Okay, so we've got 4 EP champions.
Okay, I found this on the web for AP champions. Check it out.
Okay, Siri, thank you.
Of course.
No. Dude, Siri just thinks I'm talking to her all the time. I'll be saying some random shit and then she'll like want to be part of my conversation. Hello, my name is Vegas and I'm your low elo coach. Today we're going to be playing some Evelynn jungle, and as always I'm going to have the runes on screen here. Now I think Evelynn is really underrated as a jungler right now, and she's also getting her Q buffed next patch or this patch, depending on when this video goes live. But Evelynn is great on pretty much any team, unless the enemy team has picked a bunch of tanks. You don't do well against a bunch of tanks in CC. Now this team we're up against does have a bit of CC, but I think it would be fine. The main goal when you're playing Evelynn is to not die. If you die as Evelynn, that's so much pressure that you putting out on the map just gone, because post 6 especially when you get your stealth, the enemy team has no idea where you are, so they have to play that much safer, and when you die all that pressure is just gone. So another thing is Evelynn is a really snowbally champ, so if you fall behind you're going to be useless for the whole game, so you need to not die and pick up a kill around level 6 so you can start to snowball. Alright, now we're going to start our Q, level 1, and we're going to max that ability first. And we're going to pick up the Hunter's Talisman, Refillable Potion, and Warden Totem. We're going to start top, but we're going to start on our bottom buff. We just want to protect our top buff and place a ward here. So it looks like Warwick knows where he's going to think we're starting red. But in fact, we're going to back and place our ward at the last second. And then head to our blue buff and pick up an Oracle Lens so ganks are easier. So now we have that ward to see if Warwick comes into our jungle to try and take our red. Oh, there he is. He's gonna take our red, so we're gonna do blue, and then I'm gonna go to his red. And the thing is, they're harassing him, so we're gonna finish our blue before he finishes our red. Okay, looks like it's Jarvan support, which is interesting.
That's it, love. Let your guard down.
So they have this warded, but we're gonna put it into the bush, and it looks like none of them know we're here. Except for maybe Jarvan. We're gonna finish this in time though. Right. We have our flash. We have to play smart to not die here. Well, I think we're fine. There we go, we're out. Alright, starting W level 2. I like to charm my monster camps before I start them. You do finish the monster camps a little quicker if you just go straight onto them and don't wait for the charm. But you lose less health if you charm them. So it's a personal preference thing. Now some Evelynn players like to max their E second. I like to max W second because I play heavily around my charm. I'm more of a patient player. And I definitely I recommend maxing W. So I max Q, W, E. And what we want to do is just get to level 6 as quick as possible. So I mean I'm keeping a little eye on my lanes, but we just want to get to level 6. Don't worry about ganking. Evelynn's ganks pre-level 6 are pretty awful unless you hit your charm. Okay, I just butchered that plant. Here's Warwick. Alright, we're lucky we didn't die there. Had to use our flash. That Warwick is really aggressive.
Fetch me their souls!
Give me to a nuts.
Alright, the first item you want to get when you back is Codex. If you get an early kill, you have enough gold to get your boots, but instead of buying boots, I like to buy Dark Seal on Evelynn. Because she's very snowbally, you do not want to die, so Dark Seal is like the perfect item for her if you can pull it off. If you're not confident or if you're dying too much, then don't buy a Dark Seal, but definitely buy a Dark Seal over boots. So we just saw Warwick. We're gonna ping our Garen to let him know he's there.
Let's see.
And we're gonna pick up this bottom scuttle.
Are you lonely? I can help.
Okay, Warwick's on his way, so we want to kill it quick. So Warwick looks like he's gone there, so we're just gonna hang around for a second.
Hey, how about a kiss?
This Warwick is being really aggressive. So he keeps wandering into our jungle. He's wasting a lot of time. You can see he's only level 3 while we're level 4. He's trying to take advantage that we're weak early and Warwick is strong. But we're playing safe and our lanes are actually helping us out. Coming to us when we need help. So the enemy team is being really aggressive and pushing into our jungle constantly.
Need to find me? Just follow the trail of widows.
This Warwick is not leaving us alone. Okay, so our Garen picked up on the kill on the Warwick there because we constantly pinged. The Warwick is being way too aggressive. He's only level 4, we're almost level 6.
Let your guard down.
And he just died there because he's being way too aggressive. Alright, before we back, we do want to try and get this scuttle. There is a pink ward there though, so we're going to clear the pink ward first.
They love to watch me
And we're going to grab the plant. Okay, there is no scuttle here. So we're gonna back now. Warwick might show up. What we're gonna do is there he is. We're gonna just continue to build into our jungle item. We don't have enough for our Dark Seal, so we're gonna sell our refillable potion in so we can get it. You past your first clear, you don't really need refillable potion because Evelynn's passive heals a lot. When you're out of combat, you heal for quite a lot. Alright, after our blue will be level 6 and we want to look for a kill. When you have your ult up as Evelynn, you always want to be looking for a kill. And it means you can play a little more aggressively since your ult is a great escape tool. So now we're going to go gank bot lane. They won't see us unless they have a control ward, which they don't. So we're going to get behind them. We're going to charm the Jinx. Yeah, bot lane should be coming to help us out here. There we go. And we get an easy double kill. When ganking, you always want to get behind the enemies, especially when you charm, because they're going to think you're coming from in front of them. So they'll instinctively walk back towards their own turret, and then they run straight into you, and you can easily land your Q, or even just go for an E just to secure the charm. If there's one ability you definitely want to land when fighting someone, it's your Q, because if you land your Q, then your secondary Qs will do more damage to the target. Okay, looks like there's a control ward on Dragon, that's fine. Our ult's down. We have our flash up, but our ult's down, so we do have to be a little careful.
Girls just want to tear your throat out. You need to relax.
Alright, we want to help out Garen here. Oh, that was really unlucky.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
The hitbox for that, we could have flashed, but the hitbox for that rocket's pretty big. She's still gonna die though, so it's not terrible. Alright, we can fully build our jungle item now, and we can start building our boots. Oh, we can also build it into our next item, which is Lichbane. We can get part for that. Actually, I think a better second item instead of Lichbane this game. Normally you would build Lichbane, but I think Morello's is probably better just because they have a lot of healing. So we're going to build into Morello's as our second item. Okay, my team shouldn't have started the dragon with me not there. Warwick might steal that. Well, he didn't, but that was a little risky from my team. My ult's up, so I'm going to go down there and look for a kill.
The things we whisper in the dark. I can help.
So we got an easy kill on the Fiora there. The Warwick is still around.
Their mouths say no, but their bodies say flay me alive.
Okay, he's run back to his own jungle for once.
How about a kiss?
We always want to be farming. We just want to get as much gold as possible.
How their screams tingle.
Our order's up, so we do want to look for a kill, but there's no great opportunities right now. You don't want to force a kill. You don't want to just be waiting around in a lane or in a bush somewhere looking for a kill. If there's no obvious places to go, then just farm your jungle.
Special summoned torment. They're all my favorites.
Oh, here's Warwick.
Break.
He's gonna... Okay, he's starting Rift Herald. I've got no teammates here, so I'm gonna wait a little bit. Let him take some damage from the Rift Herald. Okay, he sees me now. We charmed him. There we go. Most of the time, your ult combo, if you proc your charm on someone, they're gonna die. If you hit them with your ult. And now we got a free Rift Herald. I do have to be a little careful. because Fiora and Vlad are still alive, but it looks like they've backed off. So we can pick up this up for free. Okay, looks like Vlad's gonna be playing safe again. We do wanna to use our Rift Herald, what we want to do is get a kill in like mid or top lane, or maybe get a double kill bot lane and then use it. So if you clear out a lane before you place the Herald, you can normally get 2 turrets. Okay, if yours very low, we might be able to dive her. But actually, bot lane's in a lot of trouble, so we're gonna go bot. Especially since the enemies are low. We can definitely clean up there. We do have to be careful because we have a lot of gold. There we go. So instead of using my Q first there, since I walked straight up to her, I was able to just E to guarantee the charm. So now, since we killed her, we're going to just use the Herald bot lane, I think. The support's nowhere to be seen, so we're going to use this bot lane. Just break this turret as quick as possible. Unluckily, it's unlucky that we didn't get the first turret, but we do want to stay with this Herald to just get the second charge off to guarantee it. Okay, so the Jarvan decided to try and kill the Herald before it charged the turret, and he paid for that with his life. Our ult was up, so pretty easy kill for us to pick up. He's just handing it to us at that point. Alright, we do have to be a little careful now. We don't have our ult, but we do have a flash. I want to get to 1600 gold. 2600 gold before I back, so I can upgrade my Darksteel into a Magi's, as well as get an Oblivion Orb for the Morellos. Dragon is coming up soon though, so we do want to get that as well. Okay, it's very hard for us to secure a dragon since everyone's backing, so I'm going to leave a ward there. Okay. There's too many people there. We can't really do anything. I could have smited, but it was a high chance that I'd die. And it's better to just give it up than die. So we're gonna get our Oblivion Orb for the Morellos. And then we're gonna upgrade that into a Magi's. Our ult's up in 5 seconds, so we want to look for more kills, stack that Magi's, and go towards our Morellos. We're well ahead of anyone on their team, so we should be able to comfortably 1v1 people if we can hit our charm. Okay, so there's Warwick. Interesting.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
We're gonna flash onto the Warwick, get a kill into him. We're gonna ult out, just so we don't die. We have to be very careful for that Jinx rocket. Okay, I think we're safe. We heal up a lot from our passive, so we're safe now. And we got the plant. Jinx is 6'5", so she does a lot of damage. But we got an easy kill on the Warwick there. I don't know what he was thinking running through that turret. And he tried to flash away, but we had our flash up to flash onto him and hit our charm. But since we've got no flash and ult now, we have to play very safe again. So when you're playing Evelynn, you don't really want to be like sitting at turrets clearing minion waves. Evelynn is terrible at clearing minion waves. So because if you hit a Q, if you hit your Q on a jungle monster, the cooldown is reset to like let's see, 50% of the cooldown is refunded. But if you hit it on a champion or a minion, and like a normal like cannon minion caster or melee minion, then the cooldown isn't refunded. It's only if it hits a monster. So that's why she's terrible at clearing minion waves.
A little bit of heaven before the hell.
Alright, our ult just came up, so we're looking for a fight again, but we're not going to force anything too hard. We got a free flash out of that, so we'll take it. We don't know where Warwick is, although he's 0-5, we can easily 1v1 him. We could go for Fiora. We have to be very careful not to get hit by Fiora's stun. We're gonna go mid. Looks like they're struggling. Okay, Jinx is doing all the damage, so we want to jump onto her first. Okay. I tried to kill her without my ult, but she has a lot of lifesteal. Yeah, she's got a scepter, so we had to ult there. She has maybe 2 autos from dying, but I think she's gonna out damage our autos, out heal our autos. Okay, Fiora's. Someone needs to go.
I use every part of their torment.
But
Nothing is
we need to watch out for this Warwick. Okay, he's going straight for the Veigar, so we're gonna jump.
Things I'm gonna do.
Okay, we managed to charm him, thank God, and we saved our Veigar.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
He almost fleed us out of range, but we were good. So now we're gonna back and head straight to Dragon. We can fully build our Morellos and our we might be able to get our boots as well. Actually, let's see. Let's have a quick look. So we can get our Morellos, and if we sell this, we can get our boots. Nice.
No, I hurt them out of love.
So really, the only core item on Evelynn is really your jungle item. You can go Darksteel, you can go Morellos, Rabadons. Some people like to go Protobelt. It's really situational. If they have a lot of CC and you're like struggling getting CC during fights, you can get Banshees, you can get Azonias. I think in this game I'm gonna wait and see to see what I get next. But it's like all of Evelynn's items are really situational. We're gonna pick up this dragon. We can kill it pretty quickly. That's a pretty bad smite, but it's okay. Alright.
They can touch.
We don't know where. We've seen their Jarvan and their Vlad. Oh, okay. They have a lot of team down here, so they might have even more. So we're gonna back up.
I feel their looks like hot breath. They feel my claws like hot knives.
So even though we're 10 kills ahead, this game is very even in terms of objectives. We have the same amount of turrets each. So we need to start killing people.
It's better in the dark.
Evelynn is not great at team fights. We're gonna go in, get a kill, and then ult out. We got our Nimbus Cloak, so when we flash and smite, we get a lot of movement speed to get out of those sticky situations. We're just gonna need to defend while Veigar pushes. But since Vlad's getting quite fed, well, not fed, but Vlad scales really well, we might end up picking up my Banshees. Okay, so that was close, but we got him. And we're just gonna go into stealth, heal up a little bit, and then go in. It might be worth just stalking them until our ult comes up. Or I think we can one-shot her. So if you already know we're coming, we didn't charm her because we didn't want her to know we were there, so she didn't expect it. Okay, that was great. Now we need to push for objectives. We should push for that mid turret. You can play a lot of mind games with your charmers, Evelynn. Sometimes you just want to throw your charm out to get someone to back off. Sometimes you throw it out looking to get a kill. In a team fight, you can throw your charm onto the ADC, but actually go for the support, since they won't expect that. There's a lot of mind games you can play with your charm. It's one of Evelynn's strongest tools.
Stalk and seduce.
Alright, we're gonna throw down a ward on Baron. We have to be a little careful. Our order's up, so we're relatively okay.
Let's see.
Gonna pick up the scuttle. We have a lot of gold, so we want to go back and spend that now. I think we're gonna pick up a Banshees, just since I think we really need some. We got a fully stacked Magi, so we don't need more EP. A Rabadons wouldn't do us too much. So we're gonna build a defensive item just to keep us alive, keep those Magi stacks, and we've got a pretty big shutdown now. Okay, everyone's mid, so we don't want to take that fight. Okay, when our team isn't grouped up and their team is, it's hard for us to do anything. We're gonna go in and then ult out. We did a lot of damage to everyone there just to get them back off a bit. But we do want to go back. We don't want to fight. We want to go back to base and buy. We're going to buy a Banshees. Or actually... No, I think we are going to buy a Banshees. And we're actually going to sell our Control Ward for a Blasting Wand.
Someday they'll love me for who I
We have a hell of a lot of AP now, so we can one-shot a lot of people. But we want to get to that full item as quick as possible.
That's it, love. Let your guard down.
Alright, Dragon's up in 40 seconds and Warwick's gonna be dead, so we really want that Dragon. We need to push out bot lane and mid lane. We're gonna pick up our blue buff. Looks like Jarvan's top and he's backing. I think the rest of their team backed as well. We just want to pick up gold for those defensive items. We're gonna wait till our stuff comes up.
That's all I need. The things I'm gonna do to you.
Oh yikes. Okay, that was really bad. We can kill the Jinx. Okay, Vlad died, that's huge.
Come on, touch me.
You have to be really careful. Alright, the Warwick is alive. But we did kill most of their team. Okay, we need to kill this quick so we can get back to base. Pretty sure we can buy our Banshees now, yep. And I think we can go for a Zonia's as our last item. But we're gonna pick up Control Ward since we've got no gold for any big items or big components. Now this game is going into the late game.
They come to love me.
Warwick's completely fallen off, even though he was behind the whole game anyway. Vlad, Fiora, Jinx are getting very strong. So those are our high value targets. We can pretty much one-shot Jinx, which is great. Looks like Vegas keeping a tab on the Vlad. But people we want to avoid going onto, like trying to kill in those fights, is Warwick and Jarvan. We just want to ignore those guys.
Are you lonely? I can help.
Don't know where Warwick's going, but we're going to help our Garen. He's going to flash the wall, it looks like. Okay, everyone is scared of us, but we need to, you know, be respectful to them as well.
Nope.
Okay, we got Warwick's ult as well. We're gonna walk this way, just in case someone walks down from up there. Pathing is very important on Evelynn. Okay, looks like Veigar got caught out. Oh no, he's okay. We need... Okay, we can fight. We can fight here.
A little bit of heaven before the hell.
Okay, we ulted just to be safe. I don't know exactly how much damage Vlad's doing. Alright, now we can push for the bottom turret here. We can push mid and bot. Okay, wow, Veigar actually built tank, that's crazy.
That's it now. Put your guard down.
Our ult's up in 30 seconds.
We're in the dark. Thousand screams. What's one?
I really want to kill that Fiora, but ult's down for another 5 seconds, we have to play safe. We can just pick up this turret.
The night is my veil.
Alright, looks like we're gonna end the game here. But this is exactly what you want to do on Evelynn. You want to be safe, be patient. Once that opportunity shows itself, you go in and get the kill. Okay, we stole that with our smite. And that's how you play Evelynn, guys. You want to be aiming for those 0 deaths, 1, 0, 1, 2 deaths. You do not want any more than 3 deaths in a game as Evelynn. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm just going to go over a quick summary of things you're looking for when you're playing Evelynn. So, number 1, don't die, play safe. I said this many times throughout the video, but especially on your first clear, you want to be very safe, look for invades, track the enemy jungler, watch the lanes. You do not want to die early, or else you'll be behind the entire game. Number 2, just your main objective, get to level 6 as quickly as possible. That's so you can do a full jungle clear. You don't want to go for the scuttles unless you know one of them's free, because you can't really 1v1 any junglers early as Evelynn. You lose almost every time. So generally, you'll full clear your jungle once back, and then a second, or somewhere between a second full clear, you'll get to level 6. And that leads on to point 3. As soon as you get to level 6, you want to start snowballing. Once you have your ult, that's when you start looking for kills. And once you get that 1 kill, you can start buying your items, and then get snowballing, especially if you go for that Dark Seal. If you're not very confident at playing at first, don't go for the Dark Seal. But definitely, as you learn Evelynn, you want to pick up the Dark Seal most games. Okay, number 4, build according to the situation. So, in my opinion, the only core item for Evelynn is the jungle item, Runic Echoes. Obviously, you want to go blue smite every time on her. There's very, very little situations where you want to be going red smite. But once you get your jungle item, you can build pretty much any AP item you want. You have to look at the enemy team though. If they have a lot of healing, you want to go for Morello's. If they're building tanky, you want to go for a Void Staff. If there isn't any good options, you can go for the Lich Bane and then maybe into a Rabadon's. If you're dying too quickly, if they have a lot of CC, Zonias, Banshees, there's so many AP items that you can use. Even Protobelt. But have a look at the enemy team. You shouldn't be building the exact same items every game on Evelynn. Number 5, this is very important, especially in the mid to late game when the enemy team starts grouping up, your team starts grouping up. You have to be patient. You can't be just grouped with your team when you're going in for a team fight as Evelynn. You have to come in from the flanks, from behind, where the enemies won't expect you. And you have to be very patient about which time you go in to try and assassinate those high value targets. And play mind games with your charm. If you charm the ADC is going to back off. The whole enemy team might back off to protect the ADC. So you could like maybe charm the ADC and then take out the support. You could charm the tank and then take out the ADC. And like switch it up. Sometimes you charm someone, go for them. Sometimes when you charm that person, don't go for them. So the enemy never knows what you're doing. But especially in team fights, you have to be very careful when going in for someone. You have to go in, kill that person, and then get out. Because once your abilities are on cooldown, you cannot do anything as Evelynn. That's why you're not very good in team fights unless you play them very patiently and go in at the right time. Okay, number 6. You saw that game. I played very carefully around my ult and my flash cooldowns. When you don't have your ult or your flash, you are very vulnerable. So you have to play that much safer when you don't have your ult and flash. If you have one of them, you're fine because your ult is a great escape tool. You can use it to get over walls just like flash, as well as killing someone. But be very mindful of when your flash and your ult is up. Those are your 2 most important tools on Evelynn. And then as a bonus tip, buy control wards. You'll see me do this every single game. I like to go the Oracle lens. I like to stack up on those control wards. If you've got more than 75 gold while leaving the shop and a spare space in your inventory, get a control ward. There's no reason not to. I want to see you guys buying 4, 5, 6 control wards per game. It will increase your win rate and help you climb. Trust me. Buy those control wards. Alright, I think that's everything. I'm going to do more videos on Evelynn on the future. She's one of the junglers that I've got a very good hold of. I'm very confident with her, so she's one of my favorites. I'll definitely be doing more videos on her in the future. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, consider clicking the link to my Twitch in the description. Give me a follow. On Twitch you can see me live a few days a week making big plays on League as well as other games. And I'll see you in the next video.